Well, well, well. Here we are again. A new year. A brand new dawn. And my question to you, and the question that I was just posing to Hunter about you, actually, you watching this right now, is are you going to waste another year of your life in 2025? We've talked to countless guys where they tell us, I've been following your stuff for 4 years, for 5 years. I found you 8 years ago, and I still have actually never done an approach. And I'll go, wait, how many of my videos have you watched? They're like, all of them. I've watched them all. And I go, well then, like, no. Then what are you doing? Like, then what's been going on? So my question to you is, are you going to let it be where we talk to you next year when you finally feel ready to actually go out in day game, actually go out and face your fears, actually start really just sharpening the sword on your social skills, on who you are as a man? And are we going to talk to you next year and just have it be, yep, still all of 2025 I did nothing? Donald Trump is the president now. There's like a new world that has kind of been awakened. And not just from him, but like let's be real, there was a dark period there for a bit. I mean, for a lot of people, COVID was a dark time. There was a lot going on in the world. We've had to deal with this insane, even just here in the U.S., this insane, like, I don't even know, dude, what? Like, not just the administration, the woke shit, the fucking, like, all the ridiculous bullshit, right? And that's all over now. It's all fucking over. You've got the tools. You've got a gym right up the street for you to go get in shape. All right, I lost like 30 pounds this year. I got a little inflamed over the last few days, but give me just a few days for the carbs to just kind of work their way out of my system. But there's this ailment that so many men are suffering from, which is the ailment of inaction, right? You know what I'm talking about, Hunter? Just like an ailment of inaction. Absolutely. And I do feel there's a lot of validity to the statement that how you do one thing is how you do everything. And so I think that it's extremely common for a guy who's struggling to go out and do day game. It's very common for that guy to also be struggling to go to the gym. It's common for him to be struggling to just make anything sort of move in his life. And so for me and my resolutions of 2025, I just want to be a great motherfucker. Like, I want to just be even, maybe I could splice in these progress pics. I don't think so. I don't want the before picture in there, actually, from this past year. But dude, next year, I mean, by the end of this coming year, right? It's like, I just want to be in like absolutely elite fucking shape. Obviously, I'm going to keep gaming. I never stop the gaming portion. That's never something that I need to like really resolve or something. But for you guys, it is. And I mean, let's just get into kind of my theories on why, I guess, for a minute. Getting laid is great. Having sex with women is a really incredible experience that I think a lot of men are lacking. I believe that at the end of the day, that even when you look at porn addiction and things like that, I think that like even just having a woman or two in your life could really help out. So there's that. And on top of that, it is just it's this superpower where when you are, it's like what happened with you with the girl in New York, right? It's like, and you're talking about how now you've been able to feel that shift that I'm always talking about, that shift where it's like you go out into the world and you now are aware that, oh, like I can make an impact here. Like I can actually meet this woman, take her out, have a great time with her. And if we decide to have sex together, we do. If we decide to date each other, we do. If we decide to get married, we do. There's almost like too many guys to bring up at this point, guys who have actually married girls that they've met through Daygame, and they attribute it to my videos or my coaching. And I just think that's like I just think it's a really beautiful thing. And I think that when you do become that sort of impactful guy who's able to actually go out, perform alchemy, turn a stranger into now, at the very least, like a fun date or a girlfriend or somebody you connect with, I just think that that's incredibly powerful. And I know that so many men today, I don't have the statistics pulled up or anything like that, but it's like, bro, everyone's like kind of an incel out here. Like, guys are kind of fucked. Male suicide is up, male depression is up. And there's a big part of me that I just don't think you can separate that from also the loneliness epidemic. Again, a guy who at least knows, like, yeah, at least on Thursday I've got this girl I've been hanging out with. Even if it's not like, even guys I think that are lacking a lot of confidence, they lack the confidence to even begin. But even if it's not like a, I don't know, like they're looking at tens on Instagram all day. That's a problem too. So you look at the tens on Instagram all day, just the hottest body you've ever seen, just fucking perky ass little tits, just the prettiest face you've ever seen. And so the guy, it's almost like his reality is those tens. Your reality used to just be the girls at school and the girls at work and the girls that you were walking around. Now it's almost like your reality is those tens. And so then when you feel like shit and you just see them all day, well, I could never get her. If I went to the Target today and I saw her, I could never get her. And it's like, bro, it's not even about that. It's about starting off, it's about starting off at a place where just some action is better than no action. And you know what? If the first girls that you end up getting their numbers, if they're not the hottest things on the planet or whatever, it's like, who cares? You did something, and maybe she's going to be a really sweet girl, and maybe, and I can tell you from personal experience, I've got really bad head from some hot ass chicks, and then had some fucking mid chick the next night suck the soul out of my body. So also it's like it's like just the Instagram and TikTok just warping even your brain into sort of like having no understanding of what kind of could be. But yeah, I just think that it's time. I think it's 2025 now. And I just want any of you who are watching this video right now and who have been watching the videos and you're not taking action, I just want you guys to just decide that, okay, right now, you're going to actually go and face your fears. Because that's, I would say, maybe even one of the absolute greatest aspects of all of this has been, I think for me, I just remember having weird times like where I'm standing at a bar, I'm like 22, I'm standing at a bar, and like, I don't even like to admit this, but like just staring at some girl all night almost. Like, man, oh God, man, if I could go talk to her. It's like almost on some creepy shit. And then you become the dude who just sort of like takes action on the things that you want. And now all of a sudden you kind of aren't that creep anymore. And this even goes for like, I don't know what words I really want to say in the video, but it's like men who are able to actually go out and meet women, they're not the men that are like hurting women. It's the fucking creeps and the degenerates that are out here like hurting women. And so it's like, hopefully nobody needs motivation to not hurt a woman, but ultimately it's like, just become that dude. Like, put on some decent clothes, go get some, I wear this, sick ass sweater lately. I think I paid like, I don't know, $40 at H&M or something. It's like, just put that on, slick your hair back, throw some gel in your hair, walk to your local Target, walk to your local mall, and just start off with, hey, excuse me, so I just saw you over here. Actually, no, don't even start off direct, because that's even more intimidating for a lot of guys. Excuse me, sorry, do you go to the Planet Fitness over on fucking Smith Street? No, actually I don't. Like, oh, okay, no problem, have a good one. Like, go look a woman in the eyes. Just start there. Don't compare yourself to my infields. Don't compare yourself to any, like, just really slick-ass video you see on the internet. It's like, compare yourself to where you are now and compare yourself to where you want to be soon. And I think that if you guys could just really, in this video for 2025, get the fucking, we're getting the ball rolling here. It's like, if there's anything I would want you to take from this, it would be what I said a few minutes ago, which is just that, like, anything is better than nothing. And you guys are holding yourself to like, again, some wild standard where you almost feel like you're going to feel bad about yourself if you go out and nothing good happens. Hunter, do you have anything to add to this so far?
It's January 1st. It's the beginning of the year. New year, new you. Make this is the best day of the entire year that you can start going, hey, I'm going to reflect and look and how I have years of not doing game and how I'm going to start trying to crush it now. Forget about the past, move forward, crush.
Yep. And just committing, like, you genuinely have it in your it's in your power right now to truly decide whatever these goals are in your life that you're going to make this the best year of your life. And you can. It's day one. Like, and you know what? Come March, you might fuck up a little bit. I don't know. You might relapse on booze. You might fall off your diet for a week, whatever. Pick it back up. It's like that honest commitment. I almost want you guys to just fucking write on a piece of paper, 2025 is going to be the best year of my entire life. And then make that happen. And look at what also, not only, we're talking a lot about addition here. I'm talking about the gym and going out and, you know, maybe even cleaning up your image a little bit. But it's like, let's just talk about subtraction for a second as well. You know, what's all the shit in your life that you're doing right now that you fucking know is just preventing you from tapping into the voice of God, from fucking like tapping into your soul's voice. What is it that you guys are doing? Whether that is laying in bed on TikTok every morning, whether it's that bad fast food habit that you've been struggling to get rid of, which can easily be solved by just carrying apples around with you. Just eat a fucking apple. So it's like all of these things, the drinking for a lot of guys, the weed, start just eliminating some of this shit. And it's almost like, I never thought of it like this until now, but it's like, let's just say that let's say there's a finite amount of actions that can be in your life. And I just sum it up with actions, whether that's approaching a chick or whether that's literally like drinking a black coffee or something. If there might be a finite amount of actions in your life that are able to be taking place at any given moment. So what are the actions that you're doing now that are fucking you up to such a level that the other ones, there's not even room for them? Start with the elimination and then move into addition. And make this all happen in a week. One thing I really want to say, I was planning on making this like a 6-minute video, but whatever, here we are. One of the things that I really wanted to say about the elimination process as well is that it actually can be a lot more difficult than the addition process. It really can. You know, these habits that we just fall into that we know are not good for us, it can be really hard to get rid of those, but ultimately it's going to happen in order for you guys to start moving into addition, which is start actually like living a life. Because before you know it, man, people that are like in deep depressions and stuff, before you know it, the whole of 2024 just goes by and you're waking up on New Year's Day, 2025, and you're like, fuck, I didn't like do anything. I didn't do shit. And I just don't want that for you guys. That's not going to be me this year. It's not going to be Hunter, and it's not going to be you guys.
Write a bucket list.
Yeah, a little 2025 bucket list. That's a good idea. And just, I always loved Drake's album title, More Life. I just love that. I love the concept of more life. That was why I booked that trip to Europe for 2 whole months. I could have went for 2 weeks. I could have went for 1 month. I was like, dude, like more. I remember I was really mad that I hadn't been to Europe in like 10 years or something. I was like, this is fucking stupid. I could have afforded it a bunch of times over. Like I've just, so then what have I been doing that's prevented the trip? So, just, I don't know, falling into even my own version. I don't think I ever fall into real stagnation, but maybe my own version of stagnation. Maybe my own version of like, yeah, I'll just stay in town for the next few months. Oh, we've got that one boot camp coming up. That'll be a fun trip. It's like, no, go do some crazy shit. And not everything crazy has to cost some money either. You can go out. That's a big, the one thing I just wanted to say about that is game is free. I'll never forget the guy at Cantina in Columbus. I remember years ago. It was so funny. Me and all my wings were all completely sober guys going to that bar, spending $0 every single night. And the front door guy made a little comment once where he goes, I mean, shit, for how much you guys are spending at this place, like, absolutely, something like that. He just assumed we were in there raging every night or something.
That's funny.
Game's free. It's free to go to Target. It's free to go to the mall. It's free to go to the park. It's free to go make eye contact with the most beautiful girl you've ever seen in your fucking life and say hello to her and just find out what happens. That's the motto here today. Is just fuck around and find out in 2025. Did you have anything good to add to that?
I mean, I can say that, like, awareness is very rare, right? How many days out of this next 365 days of 2025 can you honestly say that you're going to be in a state of awareness where you're looking at your life from a bird's eye view? You have to recognize that's rare, and so capitalize on this, right? You're looking at your life, you're starting to think about it. How many days are you really going to be doing that, right? Awareness is rare. So use the awareness that you have right now to go make a list, to go think about your life, to go figure out what you want to do differently for the year. And I promise you, within a year, you're going to do a lot better than all the drones out there that aren't thinking.
Yep, absolutely. We'll sum it up there, guys. 2025, let's fucking go. Let's make it happen. No more lazy shit. No more laziness. Push yourself. Every day, just notice. Just have awareness around your laziness. And I don't even mean on a grand scale. I'm talking about actually like on a moment-to-moment basis throughout every single day. Look at, again, when you guys do come home from work, lay on that couch, get on TikTok, and just go, bro, I'm at least going to go for a walk. Hit the phoneless walks. Hit the gym. Go get a physical hobby. Go sign up for a volleyball league. Something like that. Go put yourself out there, and you guys are going to make great things happen this year.